Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Kaliente Games. In today's video, I'll be covering my Clash Royale gameplay and talking about some tips and tricks that you may find useful and hopefully get you some more wins. Also, I'll be slightly talking about some Clash Royale newest updates that just came out. So, with the new arena cards, new chests, and new card balances. So, before we get started and getting into all that, please, if you have not already done so, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to leave a comment and like on the video, it would mean a lot to me. Starting off with the update, Clash Royale has added a new arena called the Electro Valley. You can experience this new arena when you've reached 3,400 trophies. It actually looks pretty sick. It's like a Sparky factory, and with that being said, one of the two new cards released in the update is called Zappies. Place these cards down and spawn a pack of 3 mini Zap machines, or what I like to call them, mini Sparkies. They work identical to the Sparky. It only zap ground units and it also needs to be recharged, but it can be reset by, like the Sparky, the Electro Wizard, and Zap. The second card is the Hunter. This is a close combat troop, which deals greater damage when close up to its opponent. And its range is also not really good, so you just have to be careful with that. I would recommend using this troop as a combination, maybe with a musketeer or something like that, rather than just having it on itself. Next topic to be covered is there are 3 new chests, and these things are insane. There's the lightning chest, and surprisingly enough, when you get this chest and open it up for the first card you're given, doesn't really mean that you're getting that card. A lightning bolt strikes your card and basically re-rolls it to a different card, which I think is pretty cool. Next chest is the fortune chest, and this is really cool as well. It basically lets you see the stacks of cards that you're most likely going to get. Even getting a chance to see, you may have a possibility of getting a legendary card. As you all know, it's not always guaranteed with those type of chests. But finally, so we have the best for last, the legendary King's chest. It's mainly filled with rares and epics, but within the chest, its special features that makes it the best chest of them all is the ability to choose between 2 cards. Because it's basically a draft chest, and in the end you'll be having a difficult choice to be picking between 2 legendary cards. Isn't that cool? Now onto the balance update. This one really hit home for me, guys, because some of the cards I use in my deck have been nerfed slightly, but in my battles I see it way more. It has a huge effect on the way I play now, and I don't know, it's just been a struggle trying to get back into the balance of things, like because I just got so used to playing the way I played, knowing that the certain cards I played dealt the specific amount of damage, if you know what I mean. So basically, the damage spells such as Fireball, Lightning, Zap, Poison, Rocket, and Arrows do less damage to the towers than they used to. And for me, when you're in that overtime and things are heated and intense, those few extra hit points from those spells really make all the difference. Yeah, so with that being said, going back to me saying it had a huge effect on me is because I use the Lightning and Log in my deck, and you know how useful it is, those 2 cards, when you spend a lot of time and effort, perfecting it. Because I truly believe Clash Royale is a game that you really need to play and basically perfect your craft in order to get those wins, because it's always those last few seconds in the battle that win you the match anyway. So because Lightning and Log has been affected, I've been seeing a downfall in my wins, and obviously it's upsetting for me, but what can you do? So I've also spent a lot of coins getting my Lightning leveled up. It's a level 6 now, I believe. So it used to deal about close to 400. Now it deals about 353, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's a huge difference when those points add up. But anyway, guys, a few other honorable mentions that I have also seen changed around is the Hog Rider. Its first hit points is now 0.1 seconds slower. Like, come on, Clash Royale, what are you doing now, you know? I don't use the Hog Rider personally, but playing against other people, I can definitely see the change. A couple other cards that got buffed instead of nerfed are the Giant Skeleton, which has plus 5% hit points, and the Prince, which also has plus 5% hit points, and its speed is also increased from 1.4 to 1.5. I mean, sorry, 1.5 to 1.4 hit speed. Now, all these little subtle balances and buffs and nerfs and all that may look harmless, but overall, honestly, causes major setbacks for the majority of players. But yeah, guys, so anyway, wrapping it up here, I'd like to just give you my top 3 tips. Number 1 is to have patience. First, get to understand your opponent's cards and how they play. The best offense is the best defense. My second tip is to always keep track of your opponent's cards. Remember what cards they are using. It really helps when it comes to choosing what cards you should be placing down. Like for example, if your opponent used Zap on your skeletons, then you should know to bait out his Zap before you play skeletons again for the second time. It's just those little things that keeps you one step ahead of your competition, you know. So lastly, tip number 3 is to do not leave yourself with 0 elixir, obviously. That is a recipe for disaster. Your opponents will surely pick up on it and destroy your towers. But that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Kaliente Games is out. Peace.